Hey, in this episode, I'm going to be doubling the size of the aviary like I've been wanting to for a long time. Stay tuned. I'll show you what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. I have the turkeys, Naragansette turkeys, and I built this aviary for them. This aviary right now measures 10 by 16. I have enough material to double the size now. I didn't have the material when I constructed this. I just wanted to get something together so the turkeys can stay contained and safe. Now the structure, all the pieces to the structure, except for the cattle panels and the deer fencing netting and the tarp and the chicken wire, I got the structure from an estate cleanup. I get invited to do these things once in a while, and I get a bunch of stuff free, and I only take what I know I could use on my farm. So the structure uses fittings like this, and you can actually purchase a kit on Amazon. I'll go ahead and I'll leave a link below. It receives this 1-inch metal conduit. They come in 10-foot lengths, so you have to cut them down to size, and they just fit right in there, and then these screw down, and then you can anchor it to the ground, put a tarp over it, use it for a tent. Now this originally had a big tarp over it, and it was used as a storage tent. I'm not sure exactly what the gentleman was using it for, but he passed away, and I got all the pieces. Some of the pieces I had to replace, and I decided to paint them, well, the green for the keep in with the Pine Meadows Hobby Farm theme. I'll show you how easy it is to cut. Just a medium thickness metal blade, and then I have it pre-measured out right here. So we just cut it to length, and now I have all my pieces that I need to construct the add-on. Now you see these pieces right here, there's specifically designed corner pieces, and this one is going to be switched out for this one. Now this one particular is an angle, which gives me my roof slope so it sheds water off, and then this will take the cross members, and then of course the pole, the support pole. So I just got to swap this one out and see if I can do it without creating too much havoc. But I want to lock the turkeys in the house for a while I'm disassembling this, because I'm not going to totally disassemble it, but I do want to paint the conduit because it never got painted. And then the fencing I'm switching out with something different. I'm going to use this fencing right here. This is the same fencing I have. I have a lot left over from fencing in my poultry area for my chickens. So instead of the cattle panels surrounding that, I'm going to use the cattle panels for another project, so stay tuned for that project. But these, I'm going to wrap it completely around the bottom, and then I'm also going to fortify it with the same stuff I have on it already. It's a really heavy-duty netting, real heavy-duty. They sell it as deer fencing. It comes in a 100-foot roll. Now it's folded in half, so it actually comes out 7 feet tall. So 100 by 7 feet. I got enough. All that's going to be saved. I got enough here. I'll have a bunch left over, but it'll keep the birds from flying out. And that's a cheaper option than purchasing aviary or bird netting. This is really, really robust and heavy duty. I have never had any problems with it in the several years that I've had it up on this aviary. So we're just adding to what's there. And now you can see how big the area is. This is half the size of that. So they're going to get double the size. And I'm adding on these poles some L brackets. I'll be putting them up for perches. They'll have a lot of different perches to be able to perch on. I was out here the other night and I saw something I'd never seen before. Way up on my mountain, there's a great big old huge tall tree. I watched a tom turkey fly way up almost to the top of the tree to roost for the night. I did not know they roosted so high, so I'm going to make sure my turkeys have a nice safe place they feel safe for themselves to roost out here. Plus I have a brand new tarp. It's going to cover the whole thing, so the whole structure is going to be 16 feet wide and 20 feet long. Now their shed is 10 by 10, so we're going to have plenty of room for them to be safe. And we've got a hen on the nest, so I've got babies coming, and I want to make sure that the lower parts are all secure so squirrels and rodents can't get in there and eat the babies. Yes, squirrels eat birds. They ate my baby chicks, my turkey poults, a couple of years ago. I was so mad. So I got some pieces up. Let me go and see if I can get the rest of the pieces together, because I got to get these corner pieces off. Yeah, I got to get these off. I found some extra pieces, so I'm just going to paint them up. Now these poles, I just press them into the ground and make sure they're spaced right and they're straight, square with the other poles. And that the top is going to be about even with that other top over there. And this other pole, I use these as a, can't use these because these go in at a slant. But if I line it up with these other poles, I'd be okay. But I got this pole out. It's going to go, eyeball it. It's going to go right there. Now, if my ground's too hard, here's a Homestead hack. Just get a hose and soften the soil. Let it run for a while. Okay, that's it for the day. I got a lot done. I got this whole side done. I got the whole back done. And I got 50% of that big wall done, the biggest, longest wall over there. I just have the netting in. Next, I have to put the fencing up like they did across the back. And then I've got to do the front with the fencing. And then I've got to do some stuff inside to clean it up and get it ready for letting the turkeys out. Right now they're blocked in. I feel bad for them, but I'll get out here first thing in the morning and try to finish this up. So I'll be back in a video second. Well, good morning. It's a new day. Let's get this business finished. Hopefully, get it finished today. Sometimes it's difficult to get the zip tie around the pole, so I made me a little jerry rig right there, and then I just, like a crochet hook, bring it right through, and we fasten this to the, makes it easier. That's a homestead hack for you. Okay, I have two pieces to cut that stretch all the way. Now the deer fencing is, when you unfold it, it's only 7 feet high. Well, this looks like it's 9.5 feet, so that's not going to be big enough. However, this is 6 feet wide, so if I run it this way, just cut off a 10-foot length, I'll have a 1 foot to trim off. So I think I'll run it that way. That's the wise and prudent thing to do. So I'm going to use this as my measure and roll out the deer fencing. Yeah, I just resourced this in my local hardware store. I'll leave a link that you guys can buy it through Amazon. It's really lightweight, it's very durable, and I want to point out the original stuff that I have on here is still up there. I keep it tarp, but the original stuff, it's lasted 5 years so far. It's still going strong. Now the zip ties will decay after a while because they're plastic. Plastic exposed to the UV rays of the sun will decay quickly. So what I'm doing is I'm painting over the plastic to protect it from the UV rays of the sun and help give it a little bit more life. So that's just a homestead hack for you. Okay, this whole part of it's done. I've got the whole cage, so I can actually let the turkeys out now. I have a big tarp to cover the top, but I'm going to leave it open probably until fall. When the leaves start falling, I'll go ahead and put the tarp up. I may do it sooner, I don't know. But they have this whole area to run around in. I've got to put in a board for them to roost on. I got to cut that to size. And I've got some pine shavings and grass hay for them to enjoy. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, let's let the turkeys out. Yeah, they're gonna be excited. Let you guys watch. And the other one emerges. That's the first time they've gone into the back part, the new part. Nice. Well, now I call this a success. The turkeys are out. They seem to be enjoying themselves. They've got a bigger environment. And what do you think of my homestead hack of using deer fencing for poultry netting? Yeah, and this is just regular poultry fencing to help fortify the lower part to keep predators out. I am using the other panels that I took off for another project, so stay tuned for that. Well, I'm Jerry Hansen, your host for the Gobbler Gallery. Stay tuned for more episodes. You can do that by subscribing, clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Hey, give us a thumbs up, click that share button. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms helps us out. Remember, be safe, always be kind. I'll see you guys in my next build project. Yeah, it's gonna be small and cheap, but stay tuned. Bye-bye.